What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. In today's video, we're going to be going over the brand new Pokemon Home update that added compatibility for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Pokemon Legends Arceus. But not even that, we got a brand new riddle hint from the Riddler themselves, and we're going to cover all that in today's video. Of course, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. The Pokemon Company released this image today showcasing what the home update is going to entail. In short, you're going to be able to take Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl Pokemon, Legends Arceus Pokemon, transfer them to home, and then put them into any other one of these games in the top half here. So you could put your Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl Shinies into Sword and Shield. Of course, the Pokemon has to already be in the Sword and Shield national decks, so you can't do a Pokemon that is just not part of that game already, so that's not going to be possible. Same with Legends Arceus, you wouldn't be able to put like a Hisuian Zoroark into like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl or Sword and Shield. That's just not possible because they're not from those games originally. But, you know, if there's a Pokemon that is shared, then yes, you can transfer them between the games, which is really cool. So looking at the update here, and you can see they wrote a whole blog post on it, but just going over the highlights. One, yes, you can transfer your Pokemon between the games. And two, if you're transferring a Pokemon from Pokemon Legends Arceus and you take it to a different game, their Pokeball will change. It'll change into what is a strange ball. And it'll actually get the ball form back if you put it back to Legends Arceus. But if you're going to put it into a different game like Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl or Sword and Shield, your ball for this Pokemon is going to look like this. So there are special balls. There is a way to recognize Legends Arceus Pokemon. We don't know how this is going to look in the future for Scarlet and Violet, if those Legends Arceus balls are going to actually be in that game natively. But I sort of think they won't be, and I think this will be forever the ball that will denote this is a Pokemon I caught in Legends Arceus from now on, which I think is cool. I think the ball is a nice looking, you know, a nice little green ball. So I think that's pretty cool overall. And yes, like I said, linking the Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, pretty easy, honestly. It's just going to be like using the home app to connect them. Same with Legends Arceus. And when you do connect a Pokemon from Legends Arceus or Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, you will be able to get some special gifts. When you deposit a Pokemon from Brilliant Diamond or Pokemon Shining Pearl to a Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Home, you'll receive Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup with hidden abilities as mystery gifts in the mobile device of Pokemon Home. So yes, you're going to need to have a phone, a smartphone with the Pokemon Home app, but once you have that and do one transfer, you'll be able to collect your mystery gift. That is sick. You're going to get all three starters of hidden abilities. That's going to be phenomenal. I'm sure their IVs are going to be really good too. And there's also a gift for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So if you deposit Pokemon from Pokemon Legends Arceus into the Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Home, you'll receive a Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott with maximum effort levels. So they're going to have max EVs straight up, which is going to be awesome. And then you can just use them in your campaign. So this is going to be pretty cool if, let's say you just bought Legends Arceus and you just wanted to get the starters immediately. Then yeah, you're going to be able to get them all three just straight up with perfect effort levels. So that's a really cool thing that they're going to be doing for us. They don't have a date on here at all, which is very unfortunate. But I'm assuming it's going to be a couple of weeks. And I actually assume it's going to be before we see the trailer for Scarlet and Violet, which I am predicting the first or second week of June. I think they just wanted to get this news out there so people are going to get a little bit excited, build up some Pokemon hype, and then we're going to really pop off in a couple of weeks with Scarlet and Violet. And as you see, there's the ball. But this is what it looks like when you transfer a Pokemon to Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl to home. So you can see the Japanese text, and this is all in the mobile app. And then here's the Switch version here. So you can just see, like, it's going to look as typical as usual. And we have an example of Hisuian Zoroark from Pokemon Legends Arceus as well. So this is what it's going to look like here. You know, it's going to have the little Arceus symbol on the top there as well on the mobile. And you can see the Arceus symbol up here as well too. So looks pretty cool overall. And your national decks in Pokemon Home will be updated. So Hisuian Zoroark will be added to your national decks if you have the Pokemon transferred over. They're not going to necessarily update the national decks in Pokemon Home unless you have the Pokemon already. So you won't be able to see that dex entry, unfortunately. So you're going to have to make sure you cache them all, then move them over to see the entire national dex now. Because now we have more than 900 Pokemon going on. So there's a couple Pokemon like Ursaluna and some of those that go past our original number. So just keep that in mind when we're transferring Pokemon over. And here's actually a really good diagram of all the Pokemon that we have in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And you can see now that with the transferring, pretty much all these Pokemon that you can transfer in Legends Arceus and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl to Sword and Shield are mostly usable. The black marks indicate that these Pokemon are just not possible to use in Sword and Shield. So even if they were in Brilliant Diamond Legends Arceus and you wanted to bring them over, you just can't. A lot of these Pokemon are more in the later gens, though. It's pretty much looking like everything up from Gen 4 is usable, so that's phenomenal. Just a lot of the missing stuff is Gen 5, Gen 6, and a couple Gen 7. I actually have a good feeling that this is a really good hint of what Pokemon will be included in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet decks, because Gen 8's over, guys, and the competitive scene is going to move on. So I have a good feeling that we are going to see a lot of these Pokemon finally going to be able to be playable in a modern version of Pokemon. So this is a good way, probably also a good way for maybe regional forms as well to try to denote some stuff. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we actually get here. And going here, we got a brand new leak from Riddler Coop. Riddler Coop, if you don't know, he's the only legitimate Pokemon leaker. He definitely has an insider at the Pokemon Company, as I've talked about in previous videos. And he has done countless leaks for Scarlet and Violet, but they're all in the form of riddles. So we got to figure out this new riddle. So he tweeted out this recently. Guys, getting tired of countless fake shits. Let's play some riddle games. It's a continuation of last month. So last month's riddle was not the regional form. That is the May riddle, right? If you aren't familiar, last month's riddle was about the mascot Pokemon. And what are the mascot Pokemon? Well, they're the box legendaries. There's always the legendary Pokemon on each version of the Pokemon game, right? So he just drops this image and that's it. And there was some other stuff he talked about in the last month when he talked about the box legendaries, but no one really had any sort of good confirmation of what it really was. We sort of knew the typings. People were thinking it was Dark and Dragon, which is pretty cool. I would be a big fan of a Dark and Dragon type, but what is this image? Well, guys, after some detective work, we can determine that this is actually Lugia. You can see here, if we zoom in right here, if you look on Lugia's hand right here, it's just a really big close-up of its tip right here. Just straight up. And there's a couple different images, but pretty much for the most part, we're looking at Lugia's hand here. So he's talking about Lugia and he's talking about box legendaries. Well, is Lugia going to be the new box legendary for Scarlet and Violet? Well, maybe. That is what he seems to be hinting at, and honestly, it would be pretty cool, but it would not be a regular Lugia, right? It would have to be a different Lugia because obviously regional forms exist and all that good stuff. And maybe it is Lugia, maybe it's not. Maybe Lugia's typing is a hint to it, but we pretty much do know that what he was saying before is it's going to be a Dark Dragon type legendary. Well, Lugia is a very famous Pokemon. If you're unfamiliar, you know, a lot of people may have not played this game, but there is a very popular old GameCube game called Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and the box Pokemon of that game is Shadow Lugia. Who, well, if, you know, Dark typing would fit this thing, I mean, absolutely. Dark typing in a traditional Pokemon game, if Shadow Lugia had to absolutely exist, you would absolutely call this probably a Flying Dark type. But I can also see Dragon Dark. So I'm sort of thinking, I think we're going to get a legitimate version of Shadow Lugia. It's not going to be called Shadow Lugia, but it's going to be a regional form of Lugia. And I wonder if this is real. If the new legendary is literally just a different form of Lugia, I also assume we're going to get a different form of Ho-Oh. And a big reason why this makes a lot of sense to me is because, sure, the Riddler leaked it, but don't forget what we got at the end of Generation 8 when we got the legendary birds from the Kanto region coming back with their own regional forms. And if you know, the head of the legendary bird trio is Lugia. So it makes so much sense for there to be a regional form of Lugia when there is already a regional form of the legendary birds. And I can see this thing go from Psychic Flying to Dark Dragon. I think that would be very cool. I think that would be honestly very sick. and especially if it looks something like Shadow Lugia. But now this has me thinking, if there's going to be Shadow Lugia or whatever, regional Lugia, there has to be Ho-Oh. And if there's Ho-Oh, there has to be a regional form for the legendary beast trio Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. So I would be super excited for all that if that happened to become true. I think that would be way cool. I mean, looking at the designs for Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, this had me so hyped. This is some of my favorite Pokemon, straight up all three of these guys. So if we got that for the legendary beast, I would lose my mind. Well, guys, let me know in the comment section below if you believe in the Shadow Lugia rumor here that we're hinting at. Do you think we're going to get a regional Ho-Oh? And what types do you think the Ho-Oh and Lugia would be? And of course, guys, if you enjoy these types of videos, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a great one.